Hi guys, I hope you're all well. Today I'm going to be filming Jensen's 2-month update. Aren't I? The last one I did was his 6-week update, and I said in that I'd just been struggling to keep up with him weekly, so there wouldn't be a 7-week one and I would just try and do monthly ones. He was 8 weeks on Sunday and I'm filming this on Thursday. I don't know when I'm going to be uploading this, but yeah, so I've already failed a little bit at trying to keep it on, like dead on his monthly updates, but I'll try. It's just a little bit difficult, isn't it? Yes, it is. So we haven't really had anything like majorly exciting in the last couple of weeks, no big appointments or like big sleeping breakthroughs or anything like that. So I just do the normal like sleep, feeding, weight and all of that. So weight wise, we had him weighed last Thursday. So it was a week ago when the health visitor came round, and he was 12 pounds 3, weren't you? You're a very, very big boy. Yeah, I had no concerns with his weight whatsoever because he feeds all of the time and he's just big. Like you can tell, I've got my big lens on, so you can't really, I should have had the other one so I could zoom out a bit more, but yeah, he's just a big boy. The outfit he's wearing now is 2 to 4 months and he won't be in it till he's 4 months. Will you? It's already short on his arms, it's short on his legs, because that's the thing, he's got really long arms and really long legs, so even if things aren't snug on his belly, I still have to go up a size because otherwise it will look like you've got ankle swingers, won't it? Yes, it will. So all of his like first size tiny baby, he never even wore, but like his 0 to 3 or up to 1 month, up to 2 months, that's all been packed away, ready to donate to charity or to sell or to give to pregnant friends. So yeah, that made me a little bit sad because it's like the first stage is already gone. And I said to the health visitor when she came round, you know, is he still a newborn? Because I didn't actually know kind of how long they're classed as a newborn for. I was like, he just doesn't feel like one anymore. And she said they're only a newborn for the first 28 days. So you're definitely not a newborn anymore, are you? But yeah, he's a really big boy. I probably won't bother getting him weighed weekly anymore. Not that I was anyway. Just, you know, unless he stops feeding or I don't think he's gaining weight as quickly. But at the moment we have no concerns. No, we don't. So appearance-wise, his hair has started to grow back a bit more. You know, if you can see. He started to lose it on top, which I thought was strange because Jasper never lost his hair. He didn't really have much to start with, so he just kind of gained. But I always thought the babies tended to lose it at the back of their heads where they kind of rub it on their cots. But he lost it on top and he kind of kept it at the back. He has a double crown. Sometimes I think he might have 3. You can see the main one there and then there's a little one next to it. Yes, because you're a king. Yes, you are. His eyelashes are still really long. I kept thinking, oh, I bet they're going to fall out because they were just too good to be true. But no, they're still there, aren't they? And it's not fair. He's still got really hairy ears like a wolf. I don't know when that's going to go, if it's going to go, but I think it's really cute. And it kind of makes me wish that I called him Wolf instead of Jensen Bear. What else? His skin started to clear up. In fact, it like completely cleared up. And then the last few days, it's gotten quite bad again. Not like nothing like what it was before, but just a few spots on there like, oh, bless you, under the skin spots. And I don't know if it's because the weather's changed. I've been taking him out in the carrier a lot more, so he's been kind of up against me. Like his cheek's been up against my chest a lot more. And I use the same washing stuff as him. We use E-Cover, which is like a dermatologically tested one for Jasper because his skin's really bad. So we all use it. So I don't really know what it could be. And I don't spray perfume on if I know that I'm going to be using the carrier. In fact, I rarely spray perfume anymore because there's just no point because you're always on me. He's got a bit of cradle cap at the moment, so every time I give him a bath I just try and rub it with like a soft brush, just a little bit harder than I would brush his hair. He has a hernia in his belly button, which Jasper has still as well. In fact, I need to book an appointment for Jasper because they tend to go around 2.5 months, no, 2.5 years, which Jasper is now, and his doesn't look like it's going at all. But yeah, the health visitor just said there's no concern with that at all, so just see how it goes. Hopefully yours will go in time. What else? Okay, so that's him like looks and appearance wise. And then sleep wise, we were in a really good routine of every 4 hours. And then he'd have a growth spur, and I think I've mentioned this in like previous videos that he would then have like a night of cluster feeding, and then he'd go like 4 hours and then 1 hour and then an hour and a half, and there's just no routine whatsoever. And we're kind of stuck back in that no routine-ness. So now that he is 8 weeks, I have tried to start a routine with him, and I'm not strict with it at all, and I'm realistic. Like I know with Jasper, he didn't sleep through for so long that I'm not being naive and I'm not expecting just to get a routine, but I think it's good to start it now. So his evening routine, I've started to give him a bath every night. I know that They say you don't need to because it can dry their skin out, but I found that the nights that I do a bath time routine, he sleeps slightly better. Don't you? Apart from last night you didn't. So I give him a nice bath. I use like a lavender baby bubble bath, and then I make sure that the curtains are closed and the lights are all dim in my bedroom, and I have his You and the Dream sheet playing the little lullaby tune, and I have my humidifier on with the lavender scented like oils in it, so the room smells lovely like lavender, and I have all of his stuff laid out ready, so there's no fussing about trying to get his clothes out of the wardrobe or anything. And then I give him a massage with his lavender body lotion, so it's a lot of lavender, and I put him in his baby sleep bag, give him a feed, and then try and lay him down. Yes, I do. Oh dear, I'm just going to put him on the boob. And the last few nights, apart from last night because I wanted to watch a programme downstairs, I would stay upstairs until he's asleep. So rather than bringing him back down where it's like the lights are on and it's noisy and like me and Pete are still kind of awake and active downstairs, I just try and stay upstairs so he knows that night time is a calming like downtime, it's dark, it's quiet, just to get him to associate the whole like night and day. And yeah, the last few nights, last night he slept from 10 till 2, and then he was up again, it was 2:30, and then he was up again at 5:30, and then up from 7:30. But the few nights before, he'd feed about 8, and then he wouldn't want to feed again until about 2. So it tends to be like 2 and 5:30. It's just whether or not I can get him down to stay down from like 8:30, or if he wants to stay up until like 10ish, which is fine, I don't mind. If I know that I'm not going to be waking up until like 2ish, then I don't mind him staying up a little bit later. And then in the day, to try and get him to differentiate night and day, I'll make sure that when we wake up, it's curtains open, his sleeping bag is off, we get him changed, and then any feeds during the day, it's light and I'm talking, and yeah, it's very like interactive. So he doesn't have set naps in the day. He's only 2 months. Yeah, he just feeds and sleeps and poops. He's a lot more alert during the day now. We don't have as many like long sleeping periods, which is fine. It's actually quite nice. It's hard when I'm trying to get work done, or if I want to kind of spend a bit of time with Jasper, but it's fine, it's not a problem at all. Even if it was, there's not much I can do about it. So yeah, feeding wise, like I said, there's no routine. He's probably fed 4 or 5 times this morning. He is starting to comfort suck, which is a little bit frustrating, and I can tell the difference because when he's actually feeding, I can hear him gulping and I can feel the letdown, and you can see it. You know that he's feeding, and then he falls asleep quite instantly. But this morning, he's just been like this, and you can hear him, he's like I can just hear that he's not swallowing, he's just comfort sucking, and then he'll come off and he'll be a bit fractious, and then he'll go back on like half an hour later. And yeah, so I've been trying to introduce a dummy, and I know people have really mixed views because it's hard to take a dummy away, and people say it's bad for their teeth and blah blah blah, but there are positives to having a dummy. I don't mind at all. I love breastfeeding. I'm really confident with breastfeeding, like when I'm out and about, I don't care where I am. I don't feel anxious about feeding out in public. At the moment, we've got feeding down quite well. I am going to upload a video. It should be up next week, I think, on the first couple of months of breastfeeding so far, but it's so much better than with Jasper because he is putting on weight. I'm not in pain at the moment with it, so I do feel really happy with it. So I don't mind him being on there a lot. I just don't want it to become a habit and him only settle with me. Yeah, I am trying to like lay him down with toys and get him to self-settle at night time, like try and see if he's still awake when he finishes feeding, and then laying him down and just doing all the things that I didn't do with Jasper that made it harder with Jasper in sleep. So personality wise, he smiles all the time. He's a really, really happy baby. He smiles, he coos, I don't know if they would at this age, but it seems like he copies you. So if you make a noise, he'll make a noise. And I kind of bob my head like this, and then he bobs his head like this. And if I've got my hair up in a bun, which is like most of the time, he watches it. If I'm talking to him, I can see him like eyeing my face up and down. And yeah, he's just a really happy boy. He kicks about. He loves being in his play gym. He loves being carried around. We started doing a bit of tummy time as well, because I know from this stage it's okay to do it. He normally is sick when I do it because he's always so full of milk. And the other day he was like a phlegmy sick, so I need to keep an eye on that. Yeah, just typical things that babies like to do. So yeah, that's all the updates for Jensen. For me, I'm feeling fine. I feel like I'm on top of things. Now that we have a cleaner coming in every week, I feel like I'm then it's just easier for me to keep on top of things, and I can spend more time with the boys and more time working rather than allocating hours to clean. Obviously I still do need to clean like in between, but yeah, it makes me feel a lot better knowing that the house has that one deep clean every week and then I just keep on top of it. Yeah, work's going really well. I've kind of slowed down my workload a little bit because these weeks are just going so fast, and you know, most nights I would sit at my laptop and work once Jasper's gone to sleep, and I'd have him on my lap feeding, not my laptop, at my computer. But now I've started to have a few more nights where I won't do any work and I just sit and watch TV. Like last night I had a gin and lemonade and I just sat and watched Samantha Fair's The Mummy Diaries, and it was lovely, and I just think we need that as mums every so often. Fitness hasn't been going great. I've been eating really well though, and I've been having lots of smoothies of like different fruits and vegetables in and stuff. I've been sleeping a lot more, like just going to bed earlier. So yeah, I'm feeling good as well. And that's it. I'll show you my belly now because I don't think I've showed it the last few times. It's probably no different from like a month ago, but I'll show it to you guys anyway. So here is my stomach. This is if I breathe in, this is if I breathe out. So this is just kind of normal. So yeah, starting to get a little bit of definition back, but not really, and you can still see there are a few, you can't really see because I've had my leggings on, so I've got those dents, but a few little stretch marks still, and I've still got my line slightly, but yeah, not too bad. Thank you very much for watching. My next update probably will be 3 months, unless there are like more exciting updates in between, like maybe he sleeps through the night or something, which would be amazing. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to give it a big fat thumbs up, comment below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye!